Well, good morning everybody. We got here a model car and we got a cup of coffee. It's almost gone. I need to go get some more. So that must mean it's time for, oh, and it's Friday morning. So that must mean it's time for Friday morning model cars and coffee. So we'll have a little sip of coffee and we'll get the ball rolling here. Got something different I want to show you in a minute here, but first up is this little Nova from Chevelle monogram that I built right after this first came out. I don't know how long ago it was. It's got to be more than, geez, I don't know, 6 years ago or so, longer. I don't know. I lose track of time. But this is the first one of that issue I built. I had that little blue one in the last video we did for Friday morning, model cars and coffee. So this is the red one I built, the first one I did. Tried to make a little 70s style street machine out of it. Just red on black like the good old days. And we did a little, one of the, so it's a while ago because one of the last ones I did in that little batch, I was doing some engine detailing there before it got too hard to do. But now I'm doing it more, so that's good. But anyway, I wired it and plumbed it a little bit. And there's some issues with this. I don't know what I did. I got glue or something on the spark plug wires. And I didn't notice it till it dried. So you can see it on there. Kind of a icky coating or something on there. But I wired it, put heater hoses on it, some alternator wires, battery cables, radiator holes, a little breather hose from the valve cover there, and the little breather hose that goes to the brake booster. You know, didn't get too carried away, but did a little bit, so when you open up the hood, it's got a little bit of a look to it. For the chassis, I didn't really do a whole lot. I just did everything in the engine compartment. I should have highlighted the brake lines here. Usually I don't go back over a model when I'm done because I like to go back years from now and see what I forgot, but I might highlight these. Go ahead and do as best I can just because they're so prominent right there. Oh, it kind of looks like I did with like a black Sharpie maybe. They're a little bit different color black, so maybe I was doing that. It doesn't pop as well as a steel line. Anyway, made some hokey shackles there. Not realistic because shackles are split. They're not one solid piece. But that was easier. Got some big old long shocks in there. But the shackles were big back in my day, man. Had to get that ass end up in the air. There's a few little issues. So you got the glue there. You got the dogs going nuts upstairs. Sorry about that. You got the little didn't get the paint on the edge very well, the interior there. But you know, I'm not complaining. It looks pretty good. It was a fun build. Got to have the Kragers on it. Love Kragers. Usually I paint red behind the Kragers, and I didn't do it on this one, so I don't know what I was thinking. I was trying to get that a little bit clearer. There we go. I love them Kragers. I don't know why I didn't do red. But there's kind of a shot of the interior. Not a whole lot to when it's black. This was back before I had the chrome pin, so everything was brushed in there. And the silver doesn't pop like the chrome pin does. There's some gauges in there a little bit, but you can't really see them. But the headliner, I did the headliner black, so that's good. And I color sanded it with the red. I usually don't have good luck with red, but this turned out pretty good. I'm just trying to get a little bit clearer here. There we go. But I like that body style Nova. And like I said, it's the first one I did, so I want to compare it to the old AMT one. I haven't built one of those in years. Hopefully someday I can get the reissue of the AMT one with the glue-on front fenders. And anyway, the paint turned out pretty good for, you know, color sanding it and everything for red. And I had the hinges on there. Usually I don't put those on, but I did on this one. Usually the hood there we go. Hood fits pretty good. Put the decals on for the emblems that you can't read because it's blurry. Hang on a sec, let me try this. There you go. But nice little decals. I'm glad they do that because that's a lot easier than painting them. But painting them is old school, dry brushing them, so I do both. And I got the license plate in the back. That's nice and blurry. Man, I hate it when it does this. But the license plate in the back, and then I think in the front I got the USA. Yeah, USA 1 and stuff. So a fun little build. Really nice kit. I did the blue one that you seen last week. I did that one a little bit better because I knew what I was doing. You know, fitting interior and the body down over it and everything. But nice kit. So anyway, that's that one. So next up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the camera phone and show you something and what I did a long time ago, back in the good old days. So hang on a sec and I'm going to rearrange things. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So for the next one, first I want to show you this. I showed this issue before. It was part of that series for the late model custom that Tim Boyd was doing. The custom paint that he did on it, and then custom interior, and the engine wiring. So this is the issue with the engine wiring. And I went nuts when, as you can see, this thing's pretty beat up. The cover, I wore this thing out. But I got this. This is if you can read that, god dang it, March, April 1982. And I seen this, and I met Tim Boyd, oh geez, maybe a year or two before this in Spokane. He was here on business, so I met him at his hotel. Super nice guy, took the time out for me. I really appreciated it. But this article showed how to do the firing order distributor stuff, which is pretty basic, and the charging system, but it showed everything. So I got an idea on the alternator, because I was just kind of faking it for a while, where the battery cables went, and the starter and the junction box there and all that. And then he shows you how to do it, which is pretty cool. Homemade wire looms, I did that. This is back before a lot of aftermarket stuff. Wire just that you got, you know, he's got like I got, like I showed you guys in the video a while back. This Radio Shack, old radios, TVs, whatever. But he's going through doing it, and it's looking pretty good. Then he shows you how to do cruise control, which is really cool. Where everything goes. It's not supposed to be blurry. There you go. And where everything goes, that goes out on the transmission, and then with a cable and a vacuum line and a throttle cable. And then he showed you how to do air conditioning, which is pretty cool, you know, with the condenser here in front of the radiator and the pump there, and where all the hoses go and how it all works. And he did all that to this, and I think that's the last page. Yeah. So we went through this whole issue back in, I believe, when we did that other video. But I got this, and I just went, damn. And back then, man, I was just gung-ho for I was trying anything and everything. So I got that issue, and I thought, well, I'm going to try it. So I had a 69 Chevelle, and I thought, well, I'm going to do it with that. And there was another article about vinyl tops using Kleenex. So I tried that. That, you know, looked a lot better. you know, I built this, you know, this is 82, so probably the end of 82 I built this. So this is a really old kit. It's missing some stuff, I'll show you in a minute. The vinyl top, and you know, my first time, not all that great, and over the years it's really dried out, and the creases in the Kleenex or whatever it was, toilet paper, whatever it was I used, shows through a little bit. But okay, I'm gonna sit down here, move you around a little bit, sorry guys. And I put monogram 70 Chevelle wheels on it, the stock SS wheels. I don't know if the 69 had those kind of wheels or not, I cannot remember. Painted it that baby blue color. Missing a tail light in the bumper. It wasn't in the case. Like I say, this is from 82, so I don't even remember when I lost it. And the hood doesn't fit too good because the little, I'll show you the little tab right here. It broke off on that side. Don't ask me how. But anyway, there's the motor, engine, sorry, whatever. That I did everything in that article. And man, I had a lot of fun doing this. Get a little bit closer. I learned a lot. To kind of give you a bird's eye view what I did, there's the air conditioner and the pump that's on the fan pulley and the condenser thing there, whatever it's called, and the lines going back. All my homemade wire looms, 4, 4, and then 2 and 2 little looms to hold the heater hose. I got the carburetor spring. That's made out of real thin copper wire wrapped around a small piece of wire. Got the breather hose there and the valve cover. I got the alternator wires, if you can see them in there, going to where they're supposed to go. Back there, there's the cruise control. They're supposed to go in the brake lines. There's some more of the cruise control. And then, well, oops, wait, I'm sorry I'm moving so much, but it's easier this way than trying to move the car around. There's that little junction box thing. I don't know if it's a voltage regulator or what it is. I hate electrical stuff on cars, so I don't know what it is. But there's the wires going to it. And there's a battery. I got battery wires. One's going to the starter. And then that one there's coming up, I believe, going to the alternator. And wherever those wires are supposed to go. I got the overflow hose on the radiator. I got the fuel line there, piece of copper wire. I got the coil wire. I think I have a dipstick, but I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I did that on this. I think I did coil wires on this, the little teeny coil wires that come off each side of the coil. I can't remember. I know I did it on that 70 SS monogram with opening doors and stuff. It was a lot of fun. That was great about this magazine, man. You just learn so much from that back in the day. From great builders, you know, like Tim Boyd. And then underneath, I just painted the molded in brake lines and fuel lines. And then I made some hokey looking brake calipers there for like disc brakes, and put a brake line on it. There's a fuel line there, kind of going to where it's supposedly going to the fuel line coming back, and they're just kind of. I didn't do the crossover thing for the brake. I didn't realize that back then. There's that cruise control line going down to the back of the tranny, that red wire right there. And I made some hokey brake calipers for the front too. And brake lines, and then there's a starter line. There's a fuel pump line there. And then just some paint detail on it. But you know, and I learned all this from Tim Boy too. Body color or an accent color instead of just all black, so it has some pop. He said that going to a contest, you know, the judges flip that over and, you know, it kind of grabs their attention. Unless you're doing like a factory stock class where everything's got to be perfect like the original car, you know, then you don't do that. But before a street machine or just not the factory stock class, whatever, you know, you can do that kind of stuff, and it gets attention of everybody. And this is that I forget what that blue was called. It's like a baby blue. I really liked that color back in the day. I got a few models that color. But anyway, that's what I wanted to show you. Not much detail on the interior. I think I painted the gauges just silver. I didn't black wash them or silver wash them, whatever you want to call it. I was just focusing mostly on the engine there, and did all the trim and the emblems dry brushed by hand back when I could see. Had to steady your hand. The paint's not too smooth, but it's pretty good shine. This is I didn't color sand it. This is back even when I had good eyes. That's a distributor from the kit, and I drilled out 8 holes plus the coil wire hole. I can't believe I used to do that. Definitely back in my younger days when I could see. But anyway, it was fun. I just want to share that with you. I mentioned when I did this magazine that I would get this out one day and show you. And it's just a lot of fun doing that. You guys out there, you know, you're not wiring much or you want to learn. I mean, there's tons of articles and tons of guys on YouTube, but this issue is great for that. So something you can hold in your hand and reference to it all the time. You know, you got the firing order and everything in there. So anyway, that was fun. And, you know, and then from there, you know, I was wiring all the time and trying to get better, compete with some of the crazy model builders down in Portland. They just blew me away no matter what I did. But I learned. I didn't give up. That's the thing, you know, if you want to detail and you want to learn that stuff, don't give up. Just do the best you can. And, you know, if it's not as good as the other guys, that doesn't really matter. You did it, and you tried it, and you keep trying it, and just have fun. With me, it got to be where it was getting to be too much work to compete. You know, and I didn't go to big shows or nothing. It's like a big time competition model car builder or whatever. I like going to shows and contests and entering my stuff to compare it to other people's stuff and to learn. The judges were always nice and giving me pointers and stuff. So that's, you know, that was fun. And then it got to where, you know, I don't know, it just was too much like work. It was too much stress to try and better the next guy. So I just built for me, and then, like I say, my hands went gunny sack. So then I just, you know, didn't detail as much and just had fun, and that's what I'm doing now. So this video's long enough. I wanted to share that with you. But you can find that issue probably on eBay, and it's a great issue. Learn lots from it. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this this Friday morning of Model Cars and Coffee. Only 2 cars, but it was fun anyway. So anyway, everybody take care. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Like I say, join in on the fun. It's all about having fun. Build the way you want, whatever you want, how you want it, and just have fun. So until the next video, everybody take care. Have a good weekend, and we'll talk at you later. Bye.